Previously on Devil's Playground.
Ow! That's a coyote.
Ow!
Ow!
Insert fancy, cool whoosh sound.
Oh, I see.
This is what Theo sounded like when he was drinking Coke.
This is what Dirk sounded like when he was drinking Pepsi.
Oh, it's weird. Duncan's mic just cut out.
Okay, so what?
Even if this doesn't make it in the episode, we do need to do a recap, huh?
Yeah, well, I was literally about to say, what do we all remember from last time?
We had just survived the coyote attack.
Yeah.
In the museum.
Yeah.
And then, there was the pedophile.
There was the pedophile and
There was a
in the
weird
beautiful
moment.
saber.
Fucking pedophile.
I almost forgot about the pedophile.
I did forget.
Oh,
about
so we gotta skedaddle. Because worst case scenario, that's a pedophile. Best case scenario, that's just some guy who saw us all breaking into the museum.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when we beat the
we only saw
coyotes,
us
but then
two.
we got out.
Wow.
We did get out. With the key, the knife key.
The knife key.
And then...
And my
and your book.
notes for notes to make a Necronomicon, which is I'm now gonna do. I'm gonna
'Cause-
DIY a fucking Necronomicon.
Mm-hmm.
There was also that last episode, the episode that the old man died over the phone.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Not my fault.
Yeah.
Killed
Not
him?
my fault. I can't take
Heck.
any blame for that.
Heck
killed him.
killed him. Heck drove him to
You
the heart
really-
attack.
I
Killed
don't-
him all the way
I
dead.
don't believe it was. Well, I think a heart attack would be an interesting interpretation of what we heard on that line, but that's fine.
Who's the last person to talk
You
to
just
him?
hung up on
The
him.
ghost. I think objectively you'll find that it was the ghost.
I see.
Your Honor? I think you'll see that the ghost is the one.
Your Honor, it was a
God,
ghost.
Heck can never go to court because that would be my defense. Check.
You see,
Your Honor, it was a ghost.
And I'm sticking to that goddamn story.
simply was a ghost.
It's my mom.
Spirits.
It was a guru, a ghost.
Judge me if it was a
And
ghost.
then Heck
And
would
I've
be like,
already
actually,
tried.
no, those are like physical
You've definitely
beings.
already tried that.
I've already tried that
But
shit.
you were
Honor.
lying when you did it.
It's not quite a zombie.
Boy who cried ghost.
I was telling the truth.
You've seen another ghost.
Well, it's the same ghost.
Oh, you talked about this ghost.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is. You guys chose to leave like Friday night. We're on date-wise, I think. It's a week. We're 1 week before Halloween night. You've gotten free from your groundings.
We have a knife.
You have a knife.
A key
We
knife.
got-
A key knife.
We got free from our groundings. We immediately
Got-
did a break in.
Yeah, got straight back into trouble. As
Prison
you know.
really doesn't help rehabilitate.
It's not really meant for that. It's more of a punishment rather than. Yeah, we're not getting into it. But you guys have escaped the Howler House, and you are on bikes. Where are you headed off to?
What's the safest place to keep this knife until we can find where to use it as a key?
Oh, I could probably put it in my kitchen.
We could put it with my knife
You gonna
collection.
Not
Well,
knife collection is compelling.
I think I'm gonna disqualify the BJ kitchen.
Well, mine's across the streets.
I mean, we could pass it back and forth.
I don't.
We could. If anybody caught on to my knife, I could bring it to Beej, and
Okay.
it would be Beej's.
Yeah.
Sure, but I don't think we should just pass it back and forth for fun.
We have to
Okay.
keep it secure.
Okay,
It's a very
only
special knife.
only if someone's onto us.
Okay.
I will say before you guys you're on your bikes huffing and puffing because I imagine you guys are not like I imagine
Having
you guys,
a sit down powwow right now. Yeah.
Well, it's downhill. We were uphill on the way. We're downhill.
It's an easy ride.
I don't know if you would be riding easy even if the downhill because those.
Well, my legs can only move so fast. I'm little.
But you would be huffing and puffing. But yeah, which place? Where are we going?
What's close, actually? What's the closest house? Probably the trailer park, right?
Yeah, it is. The trailer park is closest there.
Or sorry, Dirk's trailer.
Okay, let's go.
Call it. You don't need to.
A trailer can be a home
It is a home.
It's trailer home, my friend.
if you insist.
If you must.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys kind of like ride on down. Your dad obviously is not home. He's at the bar.
Thank God.
Is he ever?
True.
There's spoofs.
Wait, brother.
And
nice,
your brother's not home either. It's a Friday night. There's no shot he's spending it here.
Hell no.
But yeah, you guys essentially gonna kind of make it back to this dingy little trailer.
How dare you, Mr.
I'm sorry.
DM?
I'm sorry.
This trailer's fucking amazing.
Okay, describe it then.
Okay, so there's a plant in the corner.
Is it dead or is it plastic?
Oh yeah, it's dead. There's
actually
another
both.
one that's plastic. There's a TV on. We don't have too many channels.
Yeah, it's like
I like the
Just like
static
PBS.
one.
it's this CBC.
And there's beer cans kind of strewn about. There's clothes everywhere.
What's
great.
What's
Smells like cigarettes.
What's
It smells like cigarettes
what's-
and maybe liquor.
What's Dirk's room like? Because I imagine that's where everyone's kind of going.
My room's kind of messy, kind of unkempt. You know,
There's a
kind
collection
of
of
teenage
knives.
boy stuff. There's some knives in a dresser.
How many?
Let me roll a d10.
No. Let's go. We'll do
2d6.
we'll do a D6.
A
I
d6.
think it-
Okay.
How many and what kind?
6.
And then I'm gonna say roll a D4, and then how many of those are like effective knives?
Okay. 2. That kind of checks.
So
out.
like you got your personal knife and like a backup, but the rest are like basically just like little Swiss Army knives essentially.
Yeah.
Good for like just as kids get.
Good for Whitland.
Good for Whitland. Good for
Ghosts.
Good no. But yeah, you guys essentially kind of pound in, ditch the bikes out front. But yeah, you're all in. Dirks.
Ooh, I'm nervous about that. I would like to tuck mine in somewhere. I want to ditch my bike.
Are you
Are
I
you-
have a nice bike.
profiling?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think I'd like to tuck it
Sketchiest
away.
person here was me.
do I'll say just do a little notice stuff check, just to see if there's a safe place to store your bike.
62,
Out of
85.
so you do notice. Okay, so like basically like the only place that you can really see is like kind of under the stairs, and like
Okay, I'll just put it like real close to the trailer,
yeah,
just so I can hear. You know,
if
someone
nabs it.
someone's rustling about.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, so you all kind of like jam into Dirk's room, and yeah, the TV's on, but it's just kind of like ambient noise in the background. But yeah, you're all in there now. You can kind of chat about what's what.
All right, guys. Don't tell anybody because I'll get in so much shit. But feel free to take any of these, and I plop them all down on my bed.
Is there like, is one of these like a steak knife? Like, are they all like knife?
There's
like,
2 that could inflict damage on people.
What
for
does
sure.
that? What does that mean though? Are they like butterfly knives?
Mine that I have is like a switchblade. The rest
Okay.
are just assorted. You know, use your imagination.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a Bowie knife?
No, because I have
That
the
would be
best
his
one
main knife.
of the knives.
I see.
His number 2, his backup knife is it's one of those it's like a flick out knife.
Yep.
But it's like obviously gas station knife. But it's a flick out knife, but it's in the shape of like a spade, like an ace of spades sort of
Okay,
thing.
I like that.
It's got a skull on it.
Nice.
Can I take the time and just look at the key knife now that we actually have some time to examine it? Like, so first of all, what's key about this? And second of all, is it like a really sharp, scary knife?
Yeah, actually, you guys can do a like a notice stuff check or like a spooky stuff check, and these will give you different results. Like if you
I'll
can
do
think, and if you guys can think of like something that would make sense for like looking at this knife, see if you're trying to pull any information, that'll score.
I'll actually leave how functional of a weapon this is to greater delinquents than I, but I'll do a spooky check to look at like the key parts and look at like any engravings and stuff and see if there's like what I interpret to be arcane and mysterious energies emanating off of it. And that's a 26 and I have an 85.
Does anyone else want to look at some stuff here?
I'll notice it and just kind of be like, what's the material of the handle? What's it made of, kind of thing? Or if there's even like, etchings or something on it.
Okay. So you can do notice stuff. Does anyone do like
I'll do
science
a-
class also works too?
I'll do a play with matches to see if it can kill.
Can it kill?
65.
Okay.
I got a
I
20.
pass.
I got a 24.
And then that's
It's a
also
hard.
pass. Yeah.
I'm not very good at science class, but I'll look at it.
Okay.
With a lens. That's not gonna do it.
It's okay. This thing defies science.
Same. I got a 65. It's a pass. Can it inflict damage?
Yeah, we'll start with you actually. And you did the science stuff. You got, what was your science score?
Ooh, way too much.
Way over.
Way failed.
I will just say, even with this failure, right? Like, hey, that ain't like fucking that's not steel. That's not a regular knife.
Okay.
You can tell that's but like literally no scientific information your mind can reach for.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It was a long
damn.
shot.
Can it kill? You just got a normal pass, right?
Yeah.
You do the thing where you essentially test it against your fingernail and you kind of slash, kind of cut, and actually
Chops your finger off.
you remove quite a bit of your nail in the first pass. It's extremely sharp.
I'm sorry, is that a normal way to test a
you
knife?
just,
Yeah,
you
I've
just
never-
essentially run it down the side, but essentially
that.
I hate that.
It peels.
Sharp as hell.
Yeah, and it cuts off a sec. Well, like it doesn't cut off, but it peels off a section of your nail, like in a very fine, maybe like
Can I test it on something that's not myself? Can I like?
it doesn't hurt you, and it's not going to affect you in any way. It's just that's how.
It's gonna make your nail pretty thin.
That could come
Your
up
nail.
later.
Think about your nail. Think about your nail strength and your nail beds.
But yeah,
You should even them out.
Alternatively, if you want to test like sharp, I guess you would test with a piece of paper, and if you do that, it is razor sharp. So
Holy moly!
it's a little bit longer than your knife as well.
Well, good thing it's staying with me.
What do you mean this is my knife?
You got a
Hard notice.
You got a hard notice. So you can see. I think you'd be able to tell immediately that the handle has been replaced multiple times. But yeah, so it's kind of a cork handle with like leather strips kind of wrapped around.
Yep.
In there though, it's like very grimy, very dirty, and you notice that it's like as you kind of like peeling and poking around a little bit, you kind of notice that there's like a bit of a pretty pungent, like sulfury smell.
Well, we did find it impaled in a corpse,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, you did.
I'm glad it smells because
I
that
guess
seems
we could have
normal.
used deductive reasoning to determine if it could kill.
Hey man, I didn't
we
see
never
it down there.
we never really described what we did see down
Yeah.
there, so it's
you and I-
But and Hecate,
I got like an easy hard pass. I actually didn't get a critical pass because I think that's 17 and under for my 85.
so you got a hard.
Yeah.
This knife, as far as you're aware, it certainly is supernatural. Like there's something fucking weird about this thing for sure. There are signs and symbols that you've never seen on anything. Your books have never shown you anything like this, but like this just to you has a vibe that is like strange and alien in nature. It is you figure like this might not even be human made.
God, oh fuck.
Dirk, I know that you have the knife collection, and I think it's a pretty good place to hide it. But I do have to ask you. I think this might have come from hell, and I need to know if you're comfortable with that, in case a demon has been bound to it, and will come to retrieve it.
Hecate, this didn't come from hell. That's
Okay.
ridiculous.
Okay.
First
well,
off,
okay.
and second off, a demon's not gonna just come into my house.
Okay, Dirk. A couple things.
Demon comes
I've
into
like-
your house every night
I've like garlic or whatever.
after the bar.
That's vampires. That's vampires.
What's the same thing?
It's not the same thing.
Demon
You
aren't vampires
it's
like
not,
a?
you, it's
They're like kind
it's
of.
not the same thing. First of all. Second of all, demons' sacred possessions are very precious to them, and they will go to any corner of the earth to get them back. If this is in fact a demon sacred possession, which I can't be positive about, but I can be at least 60 to 65% sure about.
Well, do you guys think this is the old lady's knife, and now we've just taken it, and now she's gonna come and haunt me?
This is what maybe.
She does seem kind of devilly.
I hate the definitely ones.
is from this realm.
As well as there is like a common sort of marking on this blade, and I kind of mentioned it last time. It was kind of question mark esque, but that's what the on both sides of the blade there's a little marking on it. And I'll try to describe it to those at home. It's like a question mark with like an underline and a little swoop underneath. There's a little square in the center that connects both the like the slash underneath and the question mark.
It's like a short
like
little
a
clothes
hook.
hanger.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. That's a good way to describe it. But
hook.
it decorates both sides of the blade.
Like
Kinda.
the hilt and the blade.
Well, like it's like on the blade. It's etched in.
What does this mean? Hector, have you seen this inscribed anywhere?
Is that a
And
demon
you
symbol?
guys did sneak some notes and stuff like that from the Howler house, if I'm correct. Yes.
I think so. I mean, I took like my book and
Yeah, you
Some
have
other
you
shit.
have you have the notes of the
yeah.
yeah.
So I'll speed flip through those and just see if there's a recognizable symbol, and then reverse engineer.
So actually,
it is.
Yeah. So as you guys are kind of like looking over your stuff, like what are you guys are you guys talking about what you saw? What's the deal there? Because I do feel like
Yeah, I'll tell them that we pulled this out of a body.
There was a charred hand that sort of reached out from the darkness, and then it tried to chase me as it crawled away like a monkey.
So I shot this woman with a slingshot, and then I beat her with a 2x4.
We did see that. We did. I think we all watched that one go down there.
When I grabbed the knife, I got grabbed by a spooky hand, I think, and then
I pulled you away
and
real
then Beach
fast.
saved my life, pretty much.
so. Yeah, you guys are just kind of having this like little breakdown of what the fuck happened, and you quickly realize like. Not a normal Friday night. Not a normal thing for anyone. And you're just looking at this essentially like this tome, this book, and it's like leather bound, not in human flesh, unfortunately for Hecate. But it's like a heavy book, and as you kind of open up the first page, you can see that it is like the notes of the Necronomicon, written by a Janelle Kemp.
Bro.
Okay.
Bro. Where's the about the author page on this Necronomicon?
So this is not like an actual click clack typed up pretty fancy book. It is like someone's research notes, and it's like breaking down pages and stuff like that.
So there's not an about the author page?
There's not.
Oh, no. Shucks.
Unfortunately, but it's and as you open it up as well, you can see that there's a bunch of like post-it notes and other forms of like marking and like
Oh my
heavily
god.
used pages.
I
So
really
this is,
want, you guys know me. I would never say this. I can't wait to go to school on Monday.
Wait. Do you think Janelle Kemp and Mr. Kemp?
He had a girlfriend?
I was going to say sister, but he's okay.
Mom?
Wife?
A relationship?
That's why I can't wait.
Grandma? Daughter?
Because I'm going to grill him about this
kind
and
of-
he's going to give me detention. But joke's on him because then he's trapped with me even more.
Is there like a date to these things? Like,
you can do a little notice stuff check, and I'll let you do a group check here. We'll take like values and levels.
So
That's a pass, I assume.
it's an extreme.
That's an extreme
For
pass.
notice?
Yeah.
I know passed.
I just barely failed.
Extreme, bro.
I rolled a 69.
Is that a pass?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nice.
I also want to look for this symbol though.
so yeah, you start looking through this thing, and it's notes of this woman, Janelle Kemp, and she is a pretty renowned researcher in the occult. From just basically shit you see, and it kind of like it stems from like possession and all that sort of stuff. And then this is like her personal notes, but it quickly devolves into this thing. Like she like found this, she found this journal or this book, and she essentially was said to be lost. Last known location of it was the Miskatonic University in Maine, or Boston, I should say, one of those places. But it was lost, and she found it in Europe, Czech Republic to be exact, and she brought it back. And she was living in New York, and something happened out here where she wanted to investigate. There was a spree of missing children, and there's simple signs, and she keeps talking about the yellow sign, and you see pictures, and she draws it, and it is the same symbol that you see here on this knife.
And it was around the like spree of missing children. This yellow sign kept coming up.
There's no hard proof, but she was, from what you can tell, she's been looking into this quite heavily.
Are there?
But
Did she fill this whole book, or are there pages in the back that imply that this is maybe just like an in progress journal that got cut off?
this is definitely an in progress journal that has been cut off.
Yes.
But one of
my new journal.
one of the things that kind of falls out is a is a little pamphlet.
What does it say?
Miss Whittle's prayer book. Uh-oh.
Don't read it. Don't read it.
And if that's hard for you to read, I've got
Anything is sort of hard for Theo to read.
I can't read it.
I think it's hard for everyone to read except for you. Heck.
I need you all to know that I'm turning over a new and more responsible leaf with the occult, and I respect its power in a way that maybe I didn't before, and as such, I will not be reading this aloud.
Can I see it?
Even though I really want to.
Can I read it out loud? I won't summon anything.
Nobody's allowed to read it out loud.
Okay.
But I will read it for the listeners out of character.
This is Duncan speaking.
O friend and companion of the night, thou who rejoicest in the buying of dogs and split blood and spilt blood, who would wanderest in the midst of shades among the tombs, who longest for blood and bringest the terror of mortals, Hastur, the king in yellow, thousand-faced moon, look favorably on our sacrifices. That's a cool prayer. But
Is it a prayer?
It's actually not a good prayer.
I'll read it and I'll pass it along to everyone. So I'll be like, do not, don't.
What? Can I do a thing with the knife while everyone's
Sure.
looking
Yeah.
at
What are you looking to do?
BJ is going to unwrap the leather of the handle
Okay.
if he can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It's
What does he discover?
you just essentially this cork handle's like really kind of busted, and you can like essentially it's like falling apart. This leather strap is the only thing. So if you take it off, the cork is going to come off, and you're going to be left with like basically an unfinished knife. But down the handle itself is extremely not the handle part, it's gone, but there's essentially the joining piece, or like the part that makes the blade strong, I guess, kind of at the base of it, the wieldy bit.
Yo.
It is strange because in this light you can see it, the color twist and change and form in ways that your eyes kind of draw to. And as you kind of stare at this thing, you feel it touch your flesh, and there's like an odd metallic. You get like the taste. You get like the taste of copper on your tongue, and you hear very faintly.
Why are you doing this to me?
Why is he doing it?
Your actions have consequences, Beach. That's why you're like this, is because you never learned.
You hear very faintly a voice say, you hear it say,
No one's home right now. No one's home.
Do we?
And,
You
yeah,
see
you see
him
this?
saying
Beach
that?
says this out loud, and you guys all kind of like look up, and he has undone the.
I'm reading the prayer right now, so I'm like, ah!
I'm like gesturing at Theo to get the knife.
I lunge tray smack the knife out of your hands.
No!
Safely.
What were you doing?
I thought there'd be a thing under the leather.
Was there?
Your eyes all kind of like glare to this metal bit, and you see the colors on this blade essentially change ever so slightly, and it's almost as if it's like peering out at space. It's kind of like it flashes and sparkles in a way that catches the eye, draws you in, and as you guys look at it, I'm gonna get you all to do intelligence checks, please.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. I'm
Beach
so
is
dumb.
just a curious cat. He just wants to know.
Oh, I'm goated. Holy shit.
Wait.
Meets it beats it?
Oh!
Meets it beats it.
Wait.
9. I crit past this.
See, now, is this one of those situations, though, where if you fail, it's better?
Failing upwards.
All of us are fist bumping. Like, no, well.
Because I feel like maybe I'm being so dumb here that I just can't comprehend this.
This is like a character moment.
Okay,
for
don't
you.
make that argument, because in that case, I'm about to get fucked.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I rolled so good.
I will take that. Please help me.
So, as you all glare at this thing, you feel yourselves essentially just like caught in a moment, like the air stands still, and this voice is clear to you all, and it does say like it's not the spooky voice you've heard before. This is another, but you hear it like it's a darker, more gravelly voice go, "Come." And you feel an urge and like something kind of rise up your back. The three of you immediately understand this is not a ghost, it's not a ghoul, it's not a demon, it's worse. I'm gonna get you three to do a sanity check.
You're absolutely joking my ass.
Beach,
God damn it.
you collapse.
Okay.
Okay, oh, man, what the fuck?
Your feeble mind cannot handle the intensity
eldritch horrors.
of this thing.
Cracked.
Fuck.
Oh,
I rolled a 7, by the way.
I continue to be fucking goated,
Yeah.
and I got a 12 after my 9.
I got a
I
27.
got 66.
That's a fail for you,
Yep,
Durkee.
for sure.
Okay, so you two are both going to take 2,
Me and
and
us, me and Heck.
you and
Even though
Hecate, I should
even
say.
though I
Yes.
Theo and Heck both take damage, even though Heck critical passed the sanity check.
And Dirk did really good on it too.
There's like some serious puppy dog eyes going on over here.
Critical pass the
A
sanity check.
critical pass is a good statement. We'll say you could take 1.
Okay, great, good for me.
At least you're
Half
still on
damage,
your
baby.
feet, man.
And Dirk, you're going to take 2 plus 2 is 4.
Jeez, I'm gonna go crazy.
But actually, Hecate, you're the first one who kind of pulls your eyes away, and as you do, you kind of notice that like Beej is on the ground, like shaking uncontrollably. He can't see, and it's the first bit you notice of him, just like his eyes are kind of glaring at this, and you can see everyone's eyes are bulging. You kind of quickly push, and you take a blanket, and also
Check out how sick I am at first aid right now, and how I've read in some of my arcane texts by accident a couple pages on how to treat epilepsy.
But you toss a blanket over top of the knife, and it at once kind of everyone's trance kind of breaks.
First step, turn off the bright thing that's messing with them.
The first thing you guys notice is the time has changed. When you got here, it was around like 8:30, and now it's about 2:30 in the morning.
Did we just stare at a fucking knife for 6 hours?
No, we were looking at the book for a little while. This happens sometimes when you get really into some really good arcane content.
Well, there wasn't content. It was just a knife. It was just one knife.
Well, the
It
book
was
had
just-
a lot of really great material, in my opinion.
We didn't read the book.
But yeah, Beej, you wake up with
Beej,
like a shiver.
Are you okay?
Where's your bathroom?
It's in wherever.
It's down the hall on the right.
Don't say it.
Wherever.
It's weird.
That
It's
sets a
wherever you want
very
it to be,
weird
baby.
precedence
Just
for your
kidding.
home, my friend.
Just kidding. It's the only other room in the place.
Okay.
It's the only room.
BJ just her walks down the hall, and all you hear is.
I'm just gonna go make sure he's okay.
Yeah, you can go check on Beej.
Is the knife still?
It's
Under a
still
blanket.
covered. Yeah.
Okay. What the heck was that?
Don't ask me.
Is this an old god?
It might be an old god. And Dirk, I'm really proud of you for coming to that conclusion by yourself.
I've been studying a little bit.
You were the only one who failed that one, the sanity check, right, Dirk?
Yeah.
So, I think your deduction is that an old god? is correct. But
This motherfucker laughing because he know.
but the voice, the voice itself is. At first, it was like it seemed like this was a stranger to you, distant, alien, like everything else about this fucking knife. But it is also now there's like a very prevalent thought, a worm in your brain, as it were, that this thing has been around longer than humans have, and it has been an entity that has been tweaking and pulling at the strings of your essentially humanity's whole as a whole. It's been forming, building, tweaking in a way that pleases this thing. And that is where that extra bit of insanity comes. Is you're now a 13-year-old boy with the knowledge that there is this entity that looms.
The fact that there's an old god.
That there's an entity that looms above humanity. But it's in a way that a 12-year-old can understand. Like, oh, like...
I don't think Miss Whittle's our biggest problem anymore.
Okay, have you ever been to church?
No. Well, once.
Okay, how much do you know about, like, God?
Like enough.
Like the idea of God? Okay,
Yeah.
So, did you ever have sea monkeys as a kid?
Don't tell us. No, we're not the sea monkeys.
We're the sea monkeys, sort of, when it comes to gods. So they're like really strong and vast and powerful, according to my mom.
And we're sea monkeys.
And we're sort of, yeah, but the one that my mom likes is really like benevolent and loving. But I don't think that's necessarily how it would work, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense to have a kind God. And I think we maybe met one, and that is right. I think I'm right. But the thing is that we can't really fight God, because I don't know where to find him. So we should probably just worry about the ghost that's around, because God's somewhere way different.
That's kind of out of our... That's like a 9th grade thing.
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones that we just pretend. You know, have you ever walked in on something that you're not supposed to see?
Yeah, a lot.
Do you know how you just kind of close the door really fast?
Yeah.
I think that might be what we do with the evil god.
Okay, but the knife is the key, right?
Yeah, but why don't we just
need
wrap
that?
it in...
Okay.
Why don't we just wrap it in leather and not look at it very closely?
Okay.
In the bathroom, Theo, you kind of come walking in, and Beej, you've thrown up, and as you kind of throw up and heave, it's a lot of dry heaving, but you catch something in your throat, and you hack it up, and it looks to be like a...
It's like a fucking ball.
But there is kind of like a black gunk, like in the toilet bowl. As your eyes kind of see it, it quickly flitters down the toilet.
Oh, come on.
And as you see it move, you retch up yellow bile that just kind of fills.
There's more?
More spew? Yeah, dude. You're chunging right now. But yeah, as Theo, you kind of see the yellow, like bile, essentially, like stomach bile. And yeah, you can see your poor buddy who's just kind of shaking there on the ground.
Yeah. I like, you know, like I'm gonna get like a cloth and wipe his little face off.
He's okay. I'm rallying.
No offense, Beej, but you haven't really been doing a great job at rallying.
I take inspiration from all my friends, and I just try to be strong.
I just think that sometimes maybe you're pushing it a little too far, you know?
I just don't want to be left behind.
We're gonna leave you behind. Why would we leave you behind?
I don't know.
You don't have to like take a very terrifying mystery artifact and unwrap it to be our friend.
Well, I just thought there would actually be a key in the
I
knife.
think maybe it's like a metaphor.
What is that? Like a simile?
It's like a simile.
Okay.
As you're looking up at Theo Beach, you see the door of the bathroom slowly begin to close.
Is Theo hovering over me?
Yes.
I'm in there.
I kick Theo
Okay.
out of to get out. I kick Theo out.
You, unfortunately for little Beej, you're gonna have to do either a fighting check or a gym class check for that, my
Fight
friend.
me, bro.
And you're gonna do this? You're gonna get this
Yeah,
done?
yeah. I mean,
And actually, I'll say this, Theo, you can make a notice check. Roll.
Okay.
I failed.
Hold on.
I've got a 2.
A 2.
You're obliterated.
Cracked.
That's an extreme pass.
I would hope so. It's a 2.
So okay, so you can.
That's the second lowest you can roll.
Okay, so you can see Beach has noticed the door is closing, and he's obviously making the attempt to try and push you out to save you. I'm going to allow you to do a gym class or fighting check with a bonus die to essentially pull him out with you if you want, or you can if essentially you can just choose to make his check a pass immediately, or you can make a roll to try and get you both out.
I'm just trying to get us both out.
Okay, and you get a bonus die for that.
Let's go.
Fucking
Can I
representing.
give you gym class or...
Fighting.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, let's...
Yo!
I've done it again.
go.
4.
God.
I've rolled a 7, a 4, a 2.
You got a 20 in there, but that's still
That's
cracked.
27. That's pretty cracked still. That's a 4.
God damn.
So
Okay,
Those dice, dude.
so your
You
hands
bought those for you.
Save some rolls for
paying off.
fighting the elder gods.
Yeah, I'm got
Yeah, we're gonna need some ones for that one.
So Beej like lunges out at you to try and like push you out to save you, and you essentially just
grab
catch,
him. I
you
just grab
catch,
him
and you
and
hug
roll
him.
out, yeah.
You hug him and you pull yourself back, and the door slams shut. enough to kind of break you guys from your conversation. You hear the door slam shut.
What the heck?
And it's not a big place, so you just kind of like look down the hall and you see Beej and Theo laying there on the ground with the eyes kind of wide. But you all hear, kind of in this moment, you all hear a truck booming up to the trailer.
I stand up really quickly.
We gotta get out of here. That's probably my dad.
Was he not?
We're not allowed to be here?
No.
Could we just pretend like we're asleep?
No. Like I said, maybe I had friends over.
Yeah,
Is
just
there-
just...
Is there a window in your room?
There is a room.
Yeah.
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 Okay, we got a dip.
He'd see our bikes probably.
You could probably say it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be
Dirk-
fine. It'll be
Dirk,
fine.
you know he's drunk.
Yeah.
Like blackout drunk. Drove home.
Okay. Let's.
So like he's not gonna notice the bikes. I think I will say a thing you're probably worried about is hopefully he hasn't run over any of the bikes.
Sad.
On my bike, I tucked that shit away.
Exactly.
My idiot father ran over our.
But what are you guys doing? You hear the loud door kind of go shoo.
Probably should dip
Window.
out the
Let's
window.
go.
Window. I push
Window, or
Beach.
should we
I make
just-
sure Beach.
No,
I make sure
I'm
Beach is
out
going
with
out
you.
in
Okay,
front
yeah,
of me.
You seem very scared, and I'm out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
I face plant onto the ground.
No, you.
Wait, should
no,
we
I
grab the
pick you
knife?
up. I'll pick you up. Yes.
Are you coming too,
Sure.
Dirk?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the blanket with the knife then.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take it out of the blanket, but I'm just gonna grab it like a baby.
Yeah.
And
And yeah, you all kind of pile out, and kind of thump. Yeah, you kind of get out, but you can hear your dad kind of like bumbling, and he's like roaring drunk. And you hear him go like,
Dirk! I thought I told you to clean this fucking place up. Dirk, where the hell are you?
We gotta get out of here.
Go.
as you're kind of like scooting around, you kind of hear him kind of like kick your door in, and like he's looking for you. But as you guys are kind of like moving away and getting to your bikes, he goes like,
He's not in here. I told you, woman. Listen. That son of a bitch runs off all the time. He does his own thing. I know I have to deal with it. I know I do. I can't let these boys run my goddamn house. I'll find them. I'll find them tonight. I'll do with him what I did with his brother.
Let's fucking tear out of here.
go.
But
Did we hear that?
You hear
We hear all that.
my
The whole trailer park hears that.
How
When did you see your brother?
Talking to a woman?
When's the last time you saw your brother?
It's been like a while.
like a week?
Yeah.
That is a while.
I mean, he's not usually around that much, but do you think he's talking to?
I don't know. How many women does he know?
I can't imagine a woman would come home with him.
No.
As you guys are, I assume you're getting. I'm actually going to make you guys do a sneaky check. Be sneaky, and this is a good like if someone fails, it's not going to be like the fail of the whole group. We're looking for.
I'm fucking. I got a 7.
Oh my
I
god.
rolled different dice and I got an 18.
It's,
I
it's
crit-
karma.
I crit 6 it.
Okay,
Failed.
shit.
Failed. I got
two,
a 97.
so 2 fails on
Which
this
is
side.
unsurprising for the
what
state
do you-
of the
I'm in
trade.
distress.
Did you hard pass though?
I hard passed it.
And I crit passed.
Okay, so that's quite good for you guys actually.
Sounds great.
So
Jesus.
you guys are like getting to your bikes and Theo, you've put your bike up on the essentially near the stairs. And you can hear this man kind of just raging in this fucking trailer. You quickly grab your bike as he's like searching for something, and he's like, you can tell he's obviously like searching in the couch for something, but he's doing something. But yeah, you grab your bike as you think he's pretty. His head's buried. You guys kind of grab your bike and kind of move your things. He hasn't run over your any of your bikes or anything like that. But you manage to kind of like get away, and you can see that like Dirk is actively like I would say quite fucking just scared. And in a way that he's like looking at the trailer, and he's about to like walk into the garbage cans essentially, like he's just gonna kind of hit them and make a whole clatter. And as you're kind of as
I'll
you're
just
kind
like collar him.
yeah, exactly. As you're about to open your mouth, Hecate kind of quickly jumps in, grabs him, and like kind of gives him a little shaking, like we gotta go.
As we're biking away, we'll think about it for a second. I'll just look over at you guys and go,
Hey, this is kind of a weird question, but do any of you know where Mr. Kemp lives?
Why? Why would I know that? Do I
It
know?
just seems like your parents might
Yeah, can I know?
know.
I feel like I might
Would
know.
Flo know?
Your mom.
Yeah.
You actually notice that the car is not in the driveway.
Oh my god, Flo's getting fucking nailed by Mr. Kemp.
Okay, that's my mom.
Yeah.
But
That's your mom?
That's my mom.
your mom is having sex with Mr. Kemp, bro.
That's disgusting. He's 83.
What is sex?
I'm gonna get I'll get you guys to do like an education check.
To know where my teacher lives?
8.
I can't be stopped.
16 expert. Or
Hard.
hard. Sorry.
Wait, what's 35 divided by 5? 7. Fuck, so close.
So 2 hard passes from you guys.
Hard pass, yeah.
First thing that comes in your mind, phone book has phone numbers and addresses.
Yeah.
God,
Fuck,
simpler times.
Yeah, this is an era where like I
Yeah,
did
the yellow
not forgot
pages.
those existed.
So yeah, you and like you can go to maybe probably
Beach?
don't
Probably
not
Beach's
Beach's
house?
house.
I mean,
Because it is right across. the
probably
Yeah,
get
it's
a
too
little further
close.
away.
It's too close. You're
and
right.
But there are
Dirk's father would know,
payphones. There
like-
are this like, and they would have all those numbers in them as well.
Okay, so let's go to a payphone. Let's find his address, and then like once we go through that process, unless there's more checks to make, I've sort of formed a. I want to look at you guys and be like, okay, so what I'm thinking is that, look, Mr. Kemp's a teacher and that sucks, right? But he's also, when the cops came, he also told us to like not talk to them, and he let us go early. So I think that he is okay. I think if we went up and we said that Dirk was in trouble, Mr. Kemp would like help him, and then also if Mr. Kemp lets Dirk stay for a little bit, Dirk, you can maybe try and figure out what.
Who Janella is.
Yeah. But also, I think Mr. Kemp might let you stay and not be with your dad. And I think if you stayed at any of our houses, your dad would come. And I don't trust my parents not to sell you out.
That's true. He'd never look for me at Mr. Kemp's. He doesn't even know Mr. Kemp's name.
Damn, I love the plot of Boy Meets World when the trailer park kid goes to live with the cool teacher.
What's Boy Meets World?
I'm all for it. This is a great plan.
But yeah, you find his address. He is kind of like downtown Big Reach.
Downtown Big Reach.
Look at this
In a
fucking
luxury
guy.
bachelor apartment.
It is an apartment, yeah.
Oh, God. If God and the DM are good, we will show up and Beej's mom will be leaving.
Yeah.
I will walk up the flow and be like, "Where were you tonight?"
Your baby brother is at home alone.
He's
she
about to
left.
get killed
She
by
left.
Dirk's dad.
It's like
Jesus.
3 in the
Because we
morning.
all
Yeah,
forgot
it's
about it.
It's
late.
late.
Yeah.
But our friend's in trouble.
Yes.
So
So yeah,
already so late that, like...
yeah.
you guys.
And if God and the DM are good, Mr. Kemp's still awake.
Well, we can fucking wake him.
I will say that I think Beej would love to eat a sandwich or something, though. I think after vomiting
'cause he hucked.
black slime and a yellow vomit of some sort.
Maybe Mr. Kemp has like crackers.
Yeah, you know what?
Seems like
Saltines would be.
have some crackers.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys.
Maybe some milk.
Cheese if you're lucky.
You guys go pounding down on the bicycles.
Why you say it like that?
Why did he say
Well,
it
that's
like
what they
that?
are. They're
Bicycles.
bicycles.
We're
They're not
pounding down on them.
unicycles, are
They're
they?
bicycles. But no, you guys go riding down. Are you trying to be sneaky about this, or are you trying to?
I think we got to be sneaky. I'm dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't just be a sneaky
Yeah,
dying
we're definitely
child.
not trying to raise a fuss.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna get
Wait,
in trouble. I'm
wait,
gonna get in
for-
trouble for not
I'm not
being
raising a
home.
fuss, but I'm also like
Freaking
not.
out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go slow either. I just
No,
want to
no,
get
it's
this happening.
It's 3 a.m. I don't think like, unless we're yelling as we're biking, I don't
Yeah.
think we're
We
gonna
don't
wake
have to,
anyone.
Like, try very hard
No.
to be stealthy, but
Couldn't hurt though.
But yeah, you guys hustle on down. Make some be sneaky checks.
Jeez. I'm not using these dice
20.
anymore.
oh,
I have
me
not
neither.
passed. A
Yeah, I don't know why you
single
switched. You rolled under 10 with the
I
metal
don't
dice
want to
3 times in a row.
I don't want to de-juice them.
They can't be
You rolled
dejuiced.
it.
I
I
haven't.
just
I'm these.
have a 60, and I rolled a 60.
These boys have been unstoppable for me, and they're going to continue to be.
I
Positive
just like to
thinking.
give everyone chances.
So we've got
fail
that
me.
looks like it's a hard success at the very least.
Extreme.
Okay.
Extreme, baby.
I hard succeeded.
Okay, so hard. So that's kind of saving the other two. And again, you guys are like,
That's great for Beej.
you guys, Beej, you're like using back roads and stuff, and you get to
Backroads
Teary,
beach.
teary. Oh,
Backroads beach.
you
my name's Billy Jacobs. Thank you.
but you
When I'm on the backroads, I'm backroads Billy James.
but you make it to the apartment of one Mr. Vincent Kemp, and you can see that it's obviously a small town, so it looks like everything is shut down. There's no cars, not a whisper, but you can go to the apartment, and there's like a little buzzer. You quickly find the name V Kemp on just a little buzzer thing.
We buzz. Who's gonna talk to him?
No answer.
We keep buzzing.
Is it? Wait, this is a multi-floor apartment, so there's no
Yeah.
option to just knock.
Mr.
Just keep buzzing.
Eventually, there is you hear a very, very tired, sleepy sounding Mr. Kemp.
Well, who is it? This not quite the hour to call upon.
He goes, but he says,
It's gotta be you.
Yeah, Mr. Kemp, it's Theo. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that we're here, but we need a lot of help. Beej and Dirk need help.
It's me, Dirk from school.
Mr. Kemp, it's also heck. Dirk's dad is being really scary, and we have to get away.
you hear a click, and
He's the best teacher. He's the best teacher in the world.
You hear a click, but the door opens and you guys all kind of like funnel into this little foyer. And it's actually quite a nice little building. It's like old. It's like it seems like it's one of the first buildings built in this little town. But there's like a lounge chair and there's like a front doorman who's like immediately like up and very like, "Oh, are you kids okay? What the fuck's going on?" And within like
We're here to see our teacher.
within like a minute, you can see Mr. Kemp essentially like not even using the elevator, just like run down the stairs out of. He's like in like a house coat.
Yeah.
It looks like he has his hair is out of sorts, but he's like very like he goes he kind of looks at the security man and he goes quickly looks to him and he goes, "Would you do me a favor and check outside, make sure no one's followed the children, please?" And the doorman kind of like goes like,
He knows.
well, the doorman goes like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he goes like, "It's not what it looks like. These kids need help. I'm going to call the police." And like he's like, "Just come with me." And he looks at the doorman and the doorman's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "If you don't believe me, call the police yourself." But and he quickly kind of takes you upstairs. His apartment is very robust. It's quite a large apartment. It's kind of on the penthouse apartment of this.
Yeah.
Mr. Kemp.
Enough
Teacher's salaries
yeah,
are
well,
different in the
but
in the
enough-
80s in a small town.
enough to know that this is not a teacher's salary. Like this is
Oh.
Damn, Mr.
Mr. Kemp's
Raking in that
old money.
ghost money.
but he's got essentially
Dead
there's a
sister.
there's a study and a large desk that is uncharacteristically like cluttered. There's a library in there as well. There is not a library. It's not like a full, but there's a bunch of bookcases with books on the wall. There's a relatively Spartan-looking kitchen, and there's like a reading chair, like a little side table, no TV, and just like there's like an easel as well for painting.
No flow.
No flow.
Thank God.
Cut this or don't. But if Mr. Kemp turns out to be the good guy character that is the final heel turn at the end and is actually a bad guy and was doing this for ominous reasons, I will be so upset
With you.
I would never.
because I know that's a trope, and I know it's, oh, he's associated with the occult.
But if you do that, you're losing 100% of your acting talent. Okay?
you're gonna walk out.
We're gonna walk.
Okay.
We'll go on strike.
All right. Noted.
Good luck on the last episode.
duly noted.
Think
of the fan art,
And
though.
so if he's a bad guy, feel free to pretend you have to go to the bathroom at some point and do some rewrites real quick.
Okay. Noted.
Look at his fucking face.
That's very funny. But Mr. Kemp kind of hauls you guys into his apartment, and but he goes. Essentially, he kind of looks at you guys and goes, "What is the matter?"
Do you have
He goes,
Advil?
"Why aren't you home, first of all?"
We were out late because we were exploring, because it's fun to explore when it's dark. And we went to Dirk's house because it got a little too dark, and a strange man in a car started talking to us, and it was spooky. So we went to Dirk's house, and then his dad came home and he was yelling, and we jumped out the window, and he said that he was gonna hurt Dirk, and he said that he maybe already hurt Dirk's brother.
Mr. Kemp, I don't know if you know what alcohol is, but he was drunk.
I'm aware of what it does to a man. And he kind of looks at his couch and goes, "Sit down, all of you."
Beach needs a snack.
He's moving to the kitchen.
Thank you, Mr. K.
You can see that he is lovingly making 4 cups of hot chocolate.
What a
I swear to God, Liam.
and he quickly he makes a open face peanut butter jelly sandwich situation.
Open face in the 80s, my man's a visionary.
But yeah, it's 2 pieces of just like red peanut butter jelly on top. But he kind of quickly hands.
eating like a fucking cartoon animal.
He's
Okay.
eating like a Foley artist.
Thomas being the man who adds these sound effects in post, but still just sometimes being like, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Crazy. But he looks at you guys and he goes, "One at a time, what is happening here?"
He goes, you must understand, this is an odd thing for me as well. But you do seem in a bad way, and I am willing to help in whatever way I can.
Mr. Kemp.
Could you close your ears for a second? 1 second.
We just can we have a huddle?
Just turn around for 1 second.
I'll go to my study.
The police did let us huddle also.
I'm not a cop.
That's great.
But he gets up and goes to the study. I'll give you.
He respects our space.
Should we tell him about the ghost? That's exactly what I was
I
wondering.
think we have to,
I didn't know if I should just like tell him.
I think we have to tell him what we're dealing with.
Could just ask who Janelle is.
Do you guys know bedmass? Mr. Kemp taught me bedmass a little while ago.
That's the math thing, right?
PEMDAS?
No, bedmass.
Bedmass. We learned bedmass.
Bedmass.
Brackets. X.
Bedmass is what I call your mom, Beach.
Listen, I've never killed a man. But you talk about my mom flow that way. I will stuff this full Polaroid camera down your throat.
Now's really not the time.
Very
I
cool
will
picture.
have little JJ bury your bones.
That was Dirk. That was a really good joke. BJ, listen, it was pretty funny. Could have happened to any of us. But what I'm saying is, I think we should maybe first ask him about Janelle. I think we should maybe first ask him about Janelle, and then
he'll already know our
and then
angle,
we'll sort
clearly.
of
If he knows, then he'll
we'll
know.
sort of lead into that.
Like
I think Janelle is the better starting.
We have the journal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's proof.
But I don't want to show him the journal right away. I just want to ask.
We'll ease into it.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
in the apartment, since he's left, do we notice or can we see any like pictures or anything of that
there-
sort? That's like
do
family
notice-
stuff.
do
Are
notice-
there's some
question.
Janelleisms.
I'm gonna give you a bonus die on that because I feel like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Give me a die.
I'm thinking of the suspiciously messy corner, right? Maybe that's her little workspace.
Hard notice.
Hard notice. There's quite a large wall of pictures. It appears to be him, a younger him. He's got like a full mustache. He looks. It looks like he's in some English town. He's like there in like on horseback. There's like stuff, like just some stuff.
He's a vampire.
He's a Mountie.
But no, but it looks
two
it
demons.
looks like he's got like his hunting tweeds on and stuff like that. Oh. But you can see there's a picture of him in New York, obviously with a
With a lady.
with a younger woman. They seem to be related. She's also very tall. She's got her hair done up in a very like tight ponytail. But they are kind of smiling as there's essentially kind of like at what appears to be some sort of
Some museum.
well, yeah, it's like a discovery or something. Right?
Beach weakly lifts his arm as he munches on his peanut butter sandwich, and he's like, "Janelle." I don't know why I sound like an old man.
I'll go retrieve Mr. Kemp for the huddle.
okay.
I feel like we,
Okay.
and I'll go over to his desk area and I'll knock
Big breaths
on
of
the open door.
And you can kind of see him like just kind of. It doesn't look like he's right in the space. It looks like it's a space that he doesn't often venture into, but he's kind of like, looking down at this desk, very hesitantly, and like, you knock and you seem to startle him.
He knows. He already knows. We're
but-
trying to bear the lead, and he like
Mr.
But he
invented the lead.
He makes his way. He makes his way over to the door and goes. So, are you willing to
I apologize.
discuss?
I apologize for our huddle. I think when we talk to you, you'll understand why. Please come this way.
Please, sir, enter your own living room.
He does.
So accommodating. So nice.
But he goes. Are you up and looking at the painting, or they're not painting the picture?
No, wherever I was plopped down, I'm
He's
grown roots.
Fetaled mouth munching on peanut
I
butter.
put a blanket on him. I've like
and
tucked him in.
I'm just pointing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm.
So he
I'm a husk.
he makes his way in and he goes. So what is happening?
Mr. Kemp, do you know anyone named Janelle?
And you can see, just immediately, you can see kind of a flash of like sadness kind of spark in his face.
No.
And he goes, my sister Janelle, yes. And he goes, what have you found?
Mr. Kemp, I think, first of all, I want to say, I don't know that much about your sister, but I think she's an inspiration to me, and we found this book.
And his eyes kind of like widen, and he kind of caringly takes this thing from you. And he kind of looks at it, and he opens the book to the first page, and you can see him kind of like touch the writing as if it is something that he has been looking for. And you can see that there is a kind of like a break in his face. For a moment, you think there might be a tear that falls out of this very stern man's face, but he locks that shit up.
The English kicks in and he sucks it back.
No emotion.
We watch it roll down and we watch it roll right back up.
Just sucked back in.
But yeah, he kind of like looks at this and he goes, this is her book, yes?
We found it.
Mr. Kemp, if we tell you some stuff if we tell you some stuff and you think it's crazy, are you gonna kick Dirk out?
No.
Okay,
Mr. Kemp.
a ghost has been chasing us. Not your sister, another ghost, obviously. I don't know if your sister's passed.
No, this one's an evil ghost.
Margaret.
Widow.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
She's been...
how do you know?
There was my sister. She dabbled in the occult. She was
so cool.
She specialized in British artifacts, and of course there are the Pendle witch trials that happened in England. But the occult was seen as strange and odd, and she was researching a few things, and she found some things. She wrote to me in England and told me I had to come see her in New York. She was accepted into some sort of group. I came, and with my blessing, I saw her on her way. I gave her a large sum of money, but she seemed to have paid me back in quite timely manner, and things went on like that for a while, and then I went back to England, and well, she continued to study. She was studying under a private firm, I guess. But then I didn't hear from her for a while. And then I received a strange letter about this place, Big Reach, and how she was going here, and how she was worried. So, and then time passed and I hadn't heard from her. And then I came here, and this was the last place she had rented out. They were going to sell her things off, but I bought the apartment, and I've been slowly trying to piece together what she has been doing here. But this was a piece that was missing.
Kemper, if what you're saying is true...
Mr. Livingston.
Sorry, I just thought we were... Mr. Kemp, if what you're saying is true, your sister was the original Supernatural Club.
Well, that can be true, but maybe in Big Reach.
She founded the Big Reach Supernatural Club, if you think about it.
And I thought
If
we
you
did.
really think
I thought,
about it, Mr. Kemp.
I thought we did, but I think your sister's so cool, and I'm totally comfortable surrendering the title of co-founder for her to be sole spiritual founder of the Supernatural Club. That's not important right now.
Oh.
But Dirk, you're so right. Mr. Kemp, would you like to hear what we've been up to over the past couple weeks? Because I think it might be relevant.
Well, he goes, I would indeed like to hear. I know not much about these things, but they're never really my taste. But I will hear you out.
Mr. K, if you excuse my language, but we've seen some fucked up shit.
I just said so.
I don't know what to breach first with you. Language or title? I can see you're shaken up, Billy.
Mr. K, he's respectfully, Mr. Kemp. Respectfully, he's right. I almost got killed by a ghost a couple weeks ago.
And then we went to the
And I
Coyote
did,
Museum.
and
was-
I didn't tell you at school because I thought you would think it was crazy. But I did almost get killed by a ghost a couple weeks ago, and that's why I had big bruises on my face for a while at school. And we think Maggie got kidnapped by a ghost, and
I
we
think
also
we
met
just-
another ghost named Paul who was killed by the first ghost. Patrick, who was killed by the first ghost.
I think we just dive in and tell him.
Yeah,
it's kind of
like
lot-
every
yeah,
everything.
single
So
detail.
And as he kind of just is taking it all, he doesn't interrupt. He lets you speak your minds and like lets you say everything. And he goes, I have to. He goes, don't worry, children. This is obviously troubling. This is bad. And he looks at you, Dirk, and he goes, I will call the police right now and see if we can do something about your father.
No. He can't know we're here.
He won't. I will call the
Okay.
police. They will
Okay.
handle your father. Obviously, your brother is, and you can tell he's like thinking about what to do next. But he goes, we're not children. I will solve this. And he
Thank you, Mr. K.
He goes, unfortunately, I think this is, well, not unfortunately. Fortunately for you, it's a little bit out of your range of things. I can take things from here.
Respectfully, you can't take this on all on your own.
And he looks at you and he goes, I won't allow you, children, put yourself at risk. Especially if my sister has started something and has unnerved something, made something happen here. And not necessarily her doing it, I know. I would never slander her name like that. But I feel like it is my responsibility to end what she started.
Mr. Kemp, I feel like we're doing a really good job with this. And like, I may not be good at like math and English and stuff, but I'm good at this.
Mr. Kemp, Dirk's really good at it. He actually identified that old gods exist.
And Mr. Kemp looks at you just kind of like, what? But as he does, the buzzer rings. And he kind of looks at you guys.
We're not here. We're not here.
Yeah, he looks at you guys and goes, makes his way over. And he goes, hello?
I don't think it's Dirk's dad.
And you hear,
Is this Mr. Vincent Kemp? This is Big Reach Sheriff Department. I'm
Sure, all of you guys to hide in the study.
Yeah.
but he goes, yes, did the front door man call? He goes,
yeah. You mind us coming up?
then he goes, if it's, he goes, it is in the middle of the night, sir, but I wouldn't mind.
Mr. Kemp, you remember the old person that got killed over the phone? We should lock the door until we see who it is.
He nods. But he goes, all right, come on, let me up. And then, yeah, so he essentially buzzes to let the guy out. A couple minutes pass, and there's this kind of quiet. And there's a knock on the door, and Mr. Kemp like looks through the eye hole, and you hear a voice from outside kind of yell like,
Big Reach Sheriff Department, come out with your hands up, Mr. Kemp. We know you have them kids in there.
What?
then you can see him kind of like look a little confused and like look at you guys. And he kind of like looks at, Mr. Kemp looks at you guys, and he goes, I won't leave you my keys. But he goes, like, Dirk, if you need to stay somewhere, stay here.
You're on the count of 3, Mr. Kemp. Come out with your hands up.
What do we tell him?
Should we intervene?
Okay, stand.
And Mr. Kemp opens the door with his hands up,
And we also have our hands
We
up behind.
also-
the police, essentially the sheriff, rushes in, like tackles Mr. Kemp to the ground, who's like not resisting.
Mr. Kemp,
Hey, what are you doing?
Don't do that.
Whoa,
Mr. Kemp's a good guy. He was helping
That's our
us.
teacher.
And there's like a couple of like deputies who kind of rush in. Oh my God, we
Hey,
found him! We found him! Thank God!
He was helping
And
us.
they-
Mr. Kemp's not. It's not Mr. Kemp's fault.
and they kind of scoop you up, and like there's like essentially you guys are all kind of like pulled away from Mr. Kemp, and like the night kind of proceeds into morning time. You guys didn't come home. Your parents,
We're gonna piss our parents off again.
your parents called the police looking for you. There was
My parents. I dare my parents to look at me right now.
There's like a tip. There's like a tip that Mr. Kemp had you, and it was like keeping you hostage. And your father as well has been detained.
Nice.
And was put in a cell, in like holding in the sheriff's department. And that's where Mr. Kemp is going.
Can't wait to talk to Flo.
But you guys are essentially like kind of like broken up and like sent, and like with you, Dirk, they're like, "You okay to sleep at your brother's got you, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So they like drop you off at your place. You all kind of get dropped off at your homes essentially, and they're very much like, we're just giving you back to your parents, and they're not really willing to like listen. Oh no, he didn't do it. Like any of that sort of conversations immediately kind of like shut down.
I'm gonna light these motherfuckers up in a way that is going to alter our relationship.
I'm gonna murder a doorman.
Yeah, you get the feeling that everyone thinks that he was doing something nefarious. But yeah, y'all kind of brought.
You want a pedophile? I'll show you a pedophile. It's like not him.
I think that is maybe some of the
hubbub,
the implication essentially. But no, so you are all kind of like make it home. Your parents are all very worried about you guys, but they kind of know like it's all right, it's okay. Very, very much in that sort of tone. Flo is very much so, very Flo, which is like, I was looking for you, I couldn't find you.
Really? Because I was looking for you at 3 a.m. when your car wasn't around. Flo?
She goes, I'm your mother, and I was out looking for you, Billy.
Well, guess what? I was home, and you weren't. And I was ill. Flo.
What's gotten into you?
What's gotten into you? And I go into my room.
Split personality ass kid.
This absolute little freak.
He's having sanity problems.
That's true.
For the audience at home, I want to be clear. There is a full bar of sanity that is 99. I am at 15. If I lose more than 3 more sanity, or like total in an attack, I just go temporarily insane. So yeah, B just got some fucking issues.
Beach is on the edge.
We go over to Theo, your household.
Yeah.
Your parents are actually like kind of like waiting for you at the door.
Okay.
And they're like immediately hugs and like where were you? Oh my god, we had Tina looking all over for you.
We were just hanging out. I was just out with my friends.
She goes, after all the hubbub and the missing kids, Theo, your mom says, and she goes like, you could have called. Do your friends not own payphones, telephones, anything like that?
No, some of them don't. As a matter of fact.
Well, this is the reason why we give you an allowance to make phone calls if you need to.
Oh, I didn't need to. I was totally safe and fine the whole night. We just lost track of time because we were having a nice...
But Theo, you know we need to know that, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. We just lost track of time.
And your dad looks at your mom and goes, kids will get up to shit. And goes like, it's only bad because of the recent things, but they're with each other and they're take care of each other, right? Because old Theo won't let his pals go astray. And he kind of pats you on the back. Right, bud?
Yeah, you're right. I'm doing my best every single day of my life to not let my pals go astray.
He goes, good. He goes, go wash up and your mom's like, why are you so sweaty?
What do you mean?
You're uncharacteristically sweaty. Like you're just like a wet boy.
You're a sweaty little guy.
Why?
Sweaty. When you woke up from like that knife business, staring at like you're just and like it just changed slightly. But Hecate
characteristically sweaty.
You get home,
I'm going through some changes.
and your parents are like very, very like worried.
I'm gonna step through the door and I'm gonna go, did you call the police on Mr. Kemp?
They look and say no,
Okay, because the police arrested Mr. Kemp tonight.
and he's like, was that where you were?
Yes, because we were taking our friend Dirk there because his dad was going to kill him. And now Mr. Kemp is in jail for being the only responsible parent that I could trust in my life to bring my friend who was in trouble to. And now he got tackled by the police because of it. And we were trying to keep Dirk safe, and Mr. Kemp was there for us, and now he's in jail. I hate you.
Do you storm away after that?
Yes. And as I walk up the stairs, I'm gonna say, he calls me Hecate, by the way. And now he's in jail.
And they like let you go off and go up. And Dirk, you make your way home.
Mm-hmm.
And the house has been ransacked.
What? Oh, I mean, it was my dad and the cops.
But the one thing that you notice on like the little shitty coffee table is like a cartridge of like 22 rounds.
Oh.
But you found out that your dad was put in holding. But it looks like your dad had dug out like a little shitty 22 rifle and was and loaded it.
Jesus.
Where that rifle is, you don't know.
Can I take a look around? Actually, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of character acting, and I think I'm gonna be so stunned that I just like sadly clean up the fucking house.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's so fucking sad.
Then you do so.
And then I'm not gonna be sad. I'm gonna look for the gun.
You can do a notice stuff check. I'll say you've cleaned up the whole place. It's not here.
not there.
It's not
Okay,
here.
okay.
Yeah, you don't need to make a roll.
Okay,
You're cleaning
gotcha.
everything up. But like you do notice like he really like looked like he was like looking for you, and your bed's flipped, your
God.
closet, all your shit's like yanked out of the closet, dresser's like empty.
I'm gonna go across the street to BJ's house. I'm gonna knock on the door.
Yeah, you knock on the door and there's like a weeping flow there. Like, oh hi, Dirk. Yeah, she
Hi.
goes. She goes. Is your?
Are you okay?
She goes, I'm fine, Dirk.
Is Billy here?
Yeah, and she goes, is your brother not home?
No.
She goes, well, you should stay here for the night.
Okay.
And she kind of like opens the door, and she knocks on your door, Beach, and she.
What?
Billy, honey, your friend Dirk is here, and he goes. He's gonna stay the night here, and do you mind if he rests down in your room?
Why would you even ask? I opened the door and I just fucking grab Dirk, bring him in, and he's just like, what a pointless question. And I close the door.
She looks shocked, but
Billy, Beej, should you really be talking to your mom that way?
She doesn't trust us.
None of the adults trust us, dude. They're so shitty.
Exactly. What if...
Only Mr. Kemp did, and that's why he's in jail.
Yeah, and what if my mom became like your dad? And I just don't want that to happen.
Well, no, it's okay. I think I also start crying. We hug each other.
Jimmy's like, can you guys stop crying? Fall asleep.
Jimmy
I
calls
look at
you
Jimmy
guys-
and
Shut up.
Jimmy calls you guys a slur.
Shut up, Jimmy.
I say, Jimmy, I will slap the shit out of you.
Jimmy, you haven't seen what we've seen.
Other guys' dicks?
He kind of shrinks away from his top bunk. We'll say you share the same
We have
room.
bunks?
Yeah.
Damn. Wait. I'm sorry. Wait.
You don't have your own space. Jimmy's always been there.
No. But like, well, that makes it worse. That makes it worse. But wait. I thought the top bunk was superior. Like,
No.
I thought...
It's all preference.
Yeah.
Bottom bunk's more stable.
Whichever one you want is the
And
one he has.
bottom bunk can kick the top bunk.
Then, yeah, Billy has the bottom bunk.
Billy has, okay, so Jimmy's up top, so he kind of
Yeah.
he kind of shrinks away.
Yeah.
But yeah, the night,
It's dark and full of terrors.
yeah, and that night ends.
All you hear is the soft weeping of Billy Jacobs.
You guys wake up next morning, Saturday morning, and obviously there's some like little tasks and just stuff that your parents have, like some chores and stuff. Obviously, I think Hecate's parents are a little bit hands off and are kind of just giving her space.
I would hope so.
I would fucking try me.
But you guys, essentially, you guys got some free time here. We'll kind of break it down into more of like a generalized sort of thing. You guys are looking for information, looking for some stuff. What are we looking at time?
Can we clarify just who has the knife still?
Hecate, I'm gonna say, has that.
Hecate has the knife. And who got the key from... Because Kemp threw the key at us, yeah?
Oh yeah, I'll say any of you guys didn't have that thing. Actually, maybe Dirk has that.
yeah.
Dirk has the key.
Nice.
I'll say bright and early with a banana or fruit or whatever. I don't know. We're eating breakfast, and I'm just like, Mr. Kemp's house? Mr. Kemp's?
Should we go?
You still have the key, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
You're not invited, Jimmy.
What? No, what am I supposed to do on a Saturday night? You said you play hockey with me. You said I would get to be player for once and
I
be goalie.
never said a thing.
Jimmy?
Stop making up fantasies in your life. Grow the fuck up.
Billy.
You keep cursing.
I wish you could see how wide his eyes got.
Beej, you shouldn't talk to your brother like he doesn't mean it. He's going through puberty. It's a thing.
Well,
You'll see.
Dirk, don't tell me how to raise my brother. And I walk outside. Let's go.
He doesn't mean it.
He goes, okay, I'll just go over to like Tom's.
Dirk's trying to relate to the younger brother. Hey man, I've been there.
I guess, yeah, so you guys essentially kind of are you trying to get a hold of these two, or?
Yeah, I think we'll hit their places up on the way.
Bike past, yeah.
Our places are not. Well, my place is not on the way.
Well, then meet us there.
Okay.
You can call.
We'll pay phone. We'll pay
Give a-
phone you.
Well, I mean, there's a home in...
We'll home phone you.
There's a
We'll
home.
land
There's a
line
phone
you.
in the home.
Sorry, yeah.
But essentially you're at the breakfast table. What's your breakfast? They're eating just like fruit.
Eggs, bakey, toast, pancakes, beans.
Ham.
We're not bean people. Maybe sausages.
Yeah. But you're
I'm not done.
Tina answers the phone.
I'm done.
Tina answers the phone. She goes, yeah, he's right here. And she goes, Theo, I think Billy's on the line.
Sweet. Well, Billy's grabbing a drink from the refrigerator.
I think Dirk's on the line.
Hey, hey,
Hey.
we're gonna meet up at Kemper's place in like 15. You down?
Do you mean Mr. Kemp's place?
Yeah. Shut up.
We have to respect him. He's in jail for us.
I don't have to respect anyone in jail, but I do respect Mr. Kemp.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get right down there after breakfast. Do you need me to bring anything?
Do you have a gun?
No.
Oh. Do you have any like weapons?
Not really, no.
Okay.
See you soon.
Bye.
I assume same conversation with Hecate here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Heck.
Yeah.
We're gonna meet up at Mr. Kemp's place.
Yeah, okay. Should I bring the knife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, can I get both of Hecate and no, actually not Hecate, because you're probably not eating breakfast with your parents.
No shot.
I will let Theo make a notice stuff check.
Come on. 58. Just regular.
Just a regular pass.
Yeah.
You see in the paper that your dad is reading. He's got a kind of face up profile, so you're reading kind of the back part. But you see a little article about kind of the craziness of last night. And you see that when Mr. Kemp was brought to the cell, he was violently attacked by one Mr. Livingston.
No.
And he's in critical condition.
No.
My God.
He's in the hospital in Calgary. He's been essentially emergency, but like there's like talking about like he's suspected of doing some shady shit, and like it's kind of like, well, you know, what comes around, like, you know, he got what was coming to him, basically.
That's what the newspaper says?
It's very much
they
so.
think he's a
pervert,
child,
right?
A pedophile.
man.
Yeah. So, but that's kind of like the hot off the press. But yeah, you guys meet up at.
I take the newspaper. Dad, can I take the newspaper?
He looks at you and he goes like, "What, you doing like a project or something?" He's like, "I'm done with it anyways." But yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And you guys all kind of meet up at the Kemp apartment.
Dirk, your dad beat the shit out of Mr. Kemp and now he's in the hospital in Calgary.
I'm gonna kill him.
I'll help. I'll help you. Actually, yeah. I was belabored there.
But yeah, you guys all go up to the apartment. It looks like it's been kind of like plundered through and like looked through a little bit. There's like police tape on the door, but it looks like they've kind of like
Just take it down.
Yeah.
Just take it down and put it in the garbage.
We just duck under.
But yeah, you've got the key. You make your way in, and yeah, it looks like most of like they're like looking for stuff. But
Was the doorman there?
no, there is a different door guy.
Nice. Doesn't know anything.
But yeah, you guys make your way up to the apartment.
Okay. Guys, we should look for this symbol. We should look for anything about that king in yellow or whatever the heck. Aster.
And as he says the name, a shiver goes down all of your spines.
I'll
If
say
we
that.
can find anything that'll help us, I don't know, maybe she had some stuff that Mr. Kemp didn't realize was important.
I'm gonna start in the study.
I mean, what we know is the knife is the key, and we gotta find.
The lock.
I mean, yes. Yeah, we gotta find the thing the key wants to go into. But also, find where it's buried. What was that? There was a thing that was said that was before. That was like like the burial or the.
Oh, Patrick in the barley or whatever?
Yeah, Patrick
Buried
was saying
beneath the
find where
barley?
it's buried or something of the sort.
What are you guys looking for here? And like, how long do you want to kind of spend looking for stuff?
I mean, I guess we're looking for more. Like, he said that he had a lot of evidence about Janelle and that he was missing the diary as a piece. So, stuff about her time here would be helpful. Anything to indicate the location of the haunting, I would be most actively looking for.
I don't like this whole shit has thrown a real wrench in the thing, right? Like, what the fuck is all this? What is this?
I think, let me see.
We could always just read the prayer aloud.
I
just feel like every time we've read something aloud, I've almost gotten killed.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, we don't have to read everything because I looked at a knife and I'm really old.
Well, listen.
I passed out.
We all know what it says, but I think what it wants sacrifices. It wants human lives.
Well, no, I think what this means, Dirk, from the fact that
I think people are being brainwashed.
You communed with an old god. I think that the old teacher
Miss Whittle's like channeling. She's like a cultist or whatever,
Miss
right?
Whittle
She's
is
like
a-
she's
is a
sacrificing
cultist of
kids
the old-
to the old god.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the old god that dagger was probably a ceremonial dagger for. This prayer.
I did find
that
it in
is
a kid.
Looking favorably on sacrifices. Probably she was sacrificing kids to an old god.
Yeah.
I wish I could explain this to my mom, and maybe she would stop going to church. But
now she's telling other adults to continue her work.
that's
kill
probably.
people.
I mean, probably God can do crazy stuff like that, right? Like
I
she's
guess, yeah.
she's probably like, okay, so think about it this way: she's probably like a priest of the crazy god, and then she like goes and be's a priest to the other grown-ups, and they kill kids, or like help her kill kids, and then the king in yellow, old god man, eats them as a sacrifice.
Is there anything yellow in here?
In the apartment,
Yeah.
there are like yellow things. Yeah, there's like a
Okay, anything
there, like-
yellow that's occulty.
no. Just off like I'm just like your notice stuff is so high, like, but looking through some of these notes, basically you get the idea. Janelle's like talking about a man in here, and how she's like working with this guy to try and get to the bottom of a little mystery. The man's name is Thomas, no last name. She's trying to like protect the identity of this guy. But this
That's the old man. Probably. It's Thomas who we killed, probably.
Yes, Thomas. It is. It appears to be Thomas. That
Okay.
Thomas O'Reilly, the younger brother of Patrick. But what you kind of see from these notes, basically, she was helping fund him to try and like knock down this place, like it's like a schoolhouse. She basically from these notes as well, like she got written to, like Thomas wrote to her being like, hey, I know you're part of this thing. I've heard, I've chased down some channels. You're the person I need to talk to. How do I fix this? And he's like reaching out in the occult. But you can see that he tried to like knock this school down. That didn't work. He tried to essentially hire crews just to knock it down by hand. Didn't work. People are scared off. And as far as you know, basically she eventually came to try and help, see if she could do something about it. And in her notes here, you can see that there is a lot of implication towards it being this entity, or like an occult sort of thing, like bad, negative occult thing. And that she feels like she's over her head, is what she's written. And it's just like you taking notes from this book and mixing them with things, because she's like essentially made a cipher, and this book was the key. But you get the sense that she went to this place, the school, and Thomas was going to go with her, and then he got sick, real sick, and she decided to leave this book with him as like maybe as a way through. But the last note is her going to the school and essentially being like, she is going to essentially invoke Haster to seal this woman away.
Oh.
Because and you quickly learn there's not like from what these notes kind of tell you, there is no good God. There is no nice God that will obey and try to help humanity. There's only these angry entities that live in the ether, and the best way to kind of combat these evil things or like to seal away these evil things is to force the entity to essentially side with you over their current cultists, or kill them outright. But in this case, in the case of Miss Whittle, it's been a hard time killing her. But yes, basically since the early 1900s, this has been happening.
No, but we see that if we have Janelle's notes and she is saying that she was agreeing with Thomas to go to the school.
Yeah, so
we have the location of the school.
That's what we're.
I would assume.
Yeah, did she write a little ad
Or
in
I'm
there?
guessing.
She has.
We know
essentially
it's to the west.
We know
it's
it's to the west.
She's alluded that it is like to the location, but it's not a specific pin on a map.
Well, thanks a lot, Janelle.
Thanks for nothing.
Thanks for
Janelle.
nothing,
But
Janelle.
it's like, but we know that it's like in or around town or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
Like, we know where we're going. We know what
Ish, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we have to do.
I'll get you to do we'll do a reading, writing, and arithmetic check, or maybe like a notice stuff check.
Notice stuff.
I'm gonna say you're gonna need a total of 5 successes, 5 levels of success. So it could be like an extreme, like a critical success is 3, a hard is 2, and a regular is
Fucking
1.
unbelievable at reading and arithmetic.
I crit.
I have regular pass.
So that's
Hard notice. Hard notice.
I just got a regular notice.
So we get there.
Yeah,
we got
that's
there.
enough. That's enough. She in her note, she specifically talks about this like the spruce trees. There is a spruce forest on the west side of town that actually buds up to Maggie's farm. There's a lot of country back that way. There's like a hiking trail and a path. But there's a lot of woods there and not a lot of people go through because it gives people the creeps. But yeah, you have an idea, and you also have that picture to remind you as well. Like you took a picture of the picture where the schoolhouse is there, and you can see the Big Reach Buffalo Jump in the background. So you guys know what you have to do. You know where you're going, or at least to the general idea. Good Mr. Kemp is in the hospital. And the other adults around you seem to be ignorant to your cause. There's one thing you know you have to do, and that is ending Miss Whittle.
I'm going to stab her.
Next time
I'm gonna
on
That's not gonna work.
the Devil's Playground.
No, we actually know that.
You don't know that?
Okay.
I got that special gun.
Forgot that goes.
Is Maggie alive?